Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, April 29th, and I just wanted to do a little bit of an update on life and things going on here in Kanata, Ontario, Canada. Is just starting to feel like spring around here. Um, the weather has been above zero degrees above freezing at night, just barely. So it's about 2 or 3 degrees maybe. And some days it goes below like -4. But during the day, the temperature is about 8 or so. Hey, Google, what is. Let's see what it says. So it's 13 degrees Celsius. So it's not quite. I'm wearing a sundress. That's because I'm in the house, but I have the windows open. It's a little bit cool, but when you're out in the sun, it's actually quite warm. So I would call it long sleeve weather, maybe sweater weather. We just got a notice on the weekend that the community gardens are now considered an essential service, which is great. So that way, I know for my family, we'll be using the community gardens. You have to still do social distancing and everything like that, but our plots are like 8 by 4 feet wide, and they are 4 feet 4 to 6 feet apart in any direction, anyways. So as long as everybody kind of doesn't go at the same time, if there's only 2 or 3 gardeners at a time, we should be fine. Um, our church plant sale doesn't look like it's going to be happening this year because of the COVID-19. And some of the garden centers aren't going to be open. Some of them will be, but they'll be like, give them the list of what you want, and they'll bring it to your car, like you pay for it. So it won't be like walking around shopping. On the weekend, well, we had a friend go to the Costco, and I sent them a list of things to get there, and I got a lot of things on the list. Got toilet paper, so now I have toilet paper to last the rest of April, which isn't much, to last all of May easily into June. So it's it's one of those things. It's always nice to feel good. Is because we were about halfway through the toilet paper that I got back in probably February, that from Costco, because we had used about the one that I got in March, that 12 pack. So now there's a good 30 pack, so we're good. Yeah, if you count a roll a day on average for another 30 days, plus we still have some. So easily until June. So it's one less thing to worry about. Costco in our area has been having toilet paper every day, even till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Most days. Usually one of them is gone, like the Kirkland brand or the Cashmere or the Charmin. Those are the three that's usually there. At any given time, there's at least one of them. So uh, this month, um, there was a few things, household items, that were on sale at Costco that my friend was able to pick up. Not that I needed it, because I don't know when they'll be on sale again, and I will need it before they go on sale. You know what I mean? So that was like the dish tabs, the dish rinse, and um, shoot, what else? There was oh, the Ziploc bags, because I'm planning on doing more freezer meals. Those have been really working out for me. Um, and that's about it. Oh, I picked up ice cream, fudgesicles. They were on sale. So that's all the groceries I've done in the past 2 weeks. I have not had anybody going to the regular grocery store, and we're fine. We still have fresh veggies from that veggie box that I purchased and was delivered last Saturday, so it's now a week and a half. There is a few still potatoes, carrots, lettuce, I still have squashes that I'm going to be using up in a soup this week. Um, oh, also my friend picked up some tomatoes and cucumber and lettuce. So we have salad stuff. But this I this whole way of doing groceries is completely foreign to me. I'm used to going to my multiple different stores and getting all the deals. Um, getting them, price matching them, getting them at one store. If I can't price match them, going to the store that they're on sale and not worrying. And yes, it would take me a long time. I would go every 2 weeks. I would get all the sales. I already have my plan of what I'm going to be eating. And if I need anything, I could go and run to the store. I'm not going to run to the store unless I have a list of things, not going for one thing. Because right now, for example, we are almost out of relish. I think we have like one hot dog or two hot dogs worth of relish. I might have to go to get relish, but if I'm going to go there, I'm going to make a list. I don't. I don't have anybody who's mentioned to me that they're going to any store this week. Maybe we could hold off until that happens. But I know my friend who went on Saturday to Costco. She said she's going to go to Costco every 2 weeks. So I could at least plan when she goes to do the Costco stuff. But the problem with Costco, I don't know about if this is with you as well, but Costco has always changes their products, and it's always the products in and leave, and some things are on sale in their coupons, and some things are just store sale. I don't know the store sales, and usually I do a lot more impulse buys and things that I'm like, oh, my family would like to try this new thing or this flavor of this. I can't kind of say that to my friend to shop for. I don't know it's there. And she's not videotaping what's on the shelves or in the freezer department or whatever. So we're my family's missing out on some of the impulse buys that they like. Um, I don't know about with your family, but we've been in since um, March 13th. And that has put a bit of a strain on our family relationship a bit. So let's see how long that was. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're in week 8 of being home. So that's 2 months. We don't, my daughter doesn't have a CHIO appointment that has to be seen in person until June 5th. So we don't have, she doesn't have to leave the house, like other than if going to go for a walk or something like that, which we need to I need to start making a schedule because my family is not, we're kind of like time is just flying if there's no schedule. Like right now, my kids are up. It's 11:17 a.m. My husband's been up. He has been working since 9, and I was up. I had my coffee break Zoom uh, meeting with prayer requests and stuff. But I'm finding where my family, and or it might be just me feeling this, but we're kind of meshing not so great sometimes. And all I feel like is I'm nagging. I'm asking for them to do the bare minimum to help around the house and that. And I'm just getting, backlash of it. And it's just, I don't want to yell. I don't want to do things. I'm feeling frustrated of people not doing their fair share. I have a lot of things I want to do. I want to play even games with them and do cooking and baking and play. I'm waiting for Abby to get up today so we could do some baking. Because we were supposed to do it yesterday, but then by the time she got up and got ready to do it, um, I had to start making supper. And then when I was done prepping that, she was busy on a phone call with her friend. So I'm like, okay, it will be tomorrow. It's not that we don't have enough sweets or treats. It's just something kind of to do. So I think I need to kind of make a schedule I haven't with Abby's health and everything like that, we have not done any scheduling. We have not done, we've just been with the flow, but with no schedule of, people leaving for work, people coming home, supper, everything like that. It's just getting later and later. Like, we had supper last night at 7:30, and there was no reason for it because my husband was actually done work at 5, and he actually went upstairs for a nap. He actually slept through supper. He was exhausted. He had a rough day. As he was up early, he couldn't sleep the night before, so that didn't really help. So, but at least he had a good night's sleep. He had good, like, 12 hours of sleep. He was up early again this morning, but not as early. But I fed him breakfast, which is unusual for work day because he's not a breakfast person. But um, what are you doing with your family of a schedule, and how's that working out for you? Like, I want things to go back to normal-ish. Some things I want things to change. Like, I'm really enjoying the doctor's appointments virtually. I am enjoying some of the delivery food options that I found for some things that I would have to travel further for. So I'm thinking of doing some more, like doing a meat order when I have more space in my freezer, because right now it's packed. That I'm using a cooler out in my garage for some fridge stuff, some vegetables and that. Because my garage is about 0 degrees, 2 degrees, like it's really cold because it's been like that, and just running out of space. Because I'm purchasing things for 1 or 2 weeks because I don't know when the next time somebody's going to go to the store. If I wasn't kind of doing this impulse or these purchasing further ahead, if I was just buying one thing and we run out, then my family's at a loss. So if things were back to normal, I'd be purchasing as I needed, and there wouldn't be so much um, problem with certain space issues. So I have to kind of rethink a bit of that because of the way I'm purchasing. I used to purchase like I'm doing right now, especially in the wintertime, because you never know how weather can lock you in. But now that we're all kind of locked in, having certain things available, like snacks and bakery goods or things to bake, the things that we like on hand and not having to go to the store for one thing because, oh, we're out of icing sugar or we're out of yeast or whatever. I'm making sure I have the stuff here, which is good, but I have to kind of organize my kitchen more. I think that's part of my problem is the frustration I'm having is my kitchen is not as organized as it should be. It needs to be reorganized to make it work. It needs because it's not working right now very well. Um, it needs. I need to get rid of stuff that I'm not using. There's a lot of stuff in there that I bought that maybe I doesn't work for my family. Maybe the pan is too small, or the pan is too large, or I don't have a lid or whatever. There's just a lot, and I need to find different ways of where things to store. Because some things I use often, and then some things I don't use often, like my roaster pan. I don't use my roaster pan that often unless I'm cooking a turkey or ham. I don't cook that on a monthly basis. It's like 4 times a year, 6 times a year, maybe if I'm doing a ham. I do like ham, but still, those things don't need to take up precious space where they're taking. Um, Also, as you have over here, I have my bookshelf of some older kids' books. I've been going through some of them. I've been taking pictures and releasing them to other families that can use them because these ones, my kids are older. Some we're keeping because I like the stories or that, and if I ever have grandkids, I'd like to share them with them. But other things, I'm like, I don't really need them right now. And the physical, visual clutter is starting to affect me more because I'm here all the time and I can't escape. Usually, even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm home at home. Every given day, not every given day, every second or third day, I'd leave the house to go shopping to get something or to even just window shopping for stuff at the thrift store, the dollar store, stuff that I need to help organize. I'm like, oh, I need something to organize this space, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I can't do that now. I don't want to expose myself to expose my family. I'm leaving the house once a week to do the food cupboard and or to do groceries. And if um, I'm not socializing. I'm missing that part too. I'm missing going out for lunch. I'm missing with friends. I'm missing having coffee with friends. I'm missing Bible study in person and sharing, if it's on my week to do snacks, sharing the snack with everybody, and then them appreciating, usually appreciating my cooking and stuff, which I don't. That's what I'm missing. I'm also missing the appreciation of my services or food from people because my family, honestly, is not appreciating it on any given day. They usually like it, or usually they'll eat it. There's usually maybe one person who might actually really enjoy it, but they're like, "Oh, we're having chicken again," or I'm like, seriously, like it. They're not appreciating the effort I put into it to make it taste as good as it is. And I mean, I screw up like yesterday. I made pork chops. I cooked them a bit too long, so they were a little bit dry. We used barbecue sauce. They were fine. They weren't awesome as they should have been. But we all make mistakes. But looking for outdoor validation of me, I'm missing as well. Because I would volunteer for other things. Like there's a lot of different things I volunteer for. Actually, I was looking for a job. I was actively looking for a job last year before Abby's gotten sick. And then so far it's been on the back burner. And this past um, Christmas time in February, I was contemplating going back to work in the spring and the summer of just working with one or two clients or going even part-time job at the grocery store or a thrift store. But now I don't even want to do that because I don't want to have to go there. This extra stress, like on days that I volunteer at the food cupboard, and it's a volunteer position, I see two other people there. The distance is, you know, 20, 30 feet. Um, I might see another person in the warehouse, and if I'm done on the phones, I'll help them with stuff, packaging up hampers, and that. So I'm not really interacting with other people, but just that added extra stress of being hyper vigilant in my environment has been stressful, I guess. Um, I don't know about you, but I'm not necessarily enjoying it as uh, as I used to. So, and then when I get home, I come home, I wash my hands. During the whole time there, I Purell and I use gloves. If I was interacting with people, I would wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I do have a reusable mask to use if I'm really interacting with people. Um, but uh, I come home and I wash and I change my clothes, and then I'm ready to chill. But I find I get emotionally exhausted just doing that as a volunteer. The other two staff that's there, they're paid staff, and then there's volunteers. They're there every day trying to make sure that there's food on people's tables, and that thought just exhausts my mind and stresses me out going. They have to do these things every day, and then you have people who might be unappreciative of it because it's different than what they're used to. They used to be able to shop the shelves, and basically it was like a grocery store experience. They were allowed so many items off each shelf, and they got to choose them. Well, now they're not doing that. They are still getting certain things off each shelf in each section, but volunteers like myself would go and give them a variety. So the vegetables, say they get 8 cans of vegetables. Well, we give them a couple peas, a couple carrots, a couple corn, a couple, you know. But what if they don't like certain vegetables? We don't know, and we can't ask them all of their likes and dislikes for everything. If there's something that they don't like, they'll tell us, and we'll do our best. And if there's any food allergies, like we have like people who are vegan or vegetarian or halal, we'll go through the stuff and make sure that we're not giving them stuff that they're allergic to or they can't eat. But we also make mistakes, you know, like for example, vegetarian, vegan. If we're not looking at all the individual ingredients all the time, there might be gelatin, or there instead of vegetable stock, there's chicken stock or beef stock. For example, Campbell's vegetable soup is not vegan. It it's not even vegetarian because it has beef broth in it, but the Walmart vegetable soup has vegetable broth. You know, so something that you thought, oh, vegetable soup, that should be vegetarian. You have to look at the brand specific. So, and also, I think Campbell's has dairy products, modified dairy, so that's not vegan either. There was, I think, two things on there. It's like what? So it's different. Um, but I'm doing it because I want to give back. I figure it's the least I can do. It's something I've been doing beforehand. I don't want to put them in a lurch and not be able to do it. But I'm doing it every Monday. That's not a holiday, so 3 out of 4 weeks. So um, I don't know how we'll do it in the summertime, and that they might have more volunteers to take on shifts, or that so it might be every second week. Like it used to be, I used to volunteer 2 to 3 weeks of a month, and lately it's been 3 to 4 weeks. So and my hours have extended there until 1, because then I can get a ride home usually. So I'm not complaining, or at least I'm not trying to complain. Um, what I also think I'm going to do is try and plan an hour a day of doing something for myself because I'm not doing any self care. I'm not doing anything I really, really want to do, like a craft or something that makes me happy. I'm doing things for the whole family, cooking, laundry, dishes, tidying up, putting out the garbage, doing recycling, feeding the cats. Like, I'm doing stuff, but I'm not doing for me. I do YouTube for me, and for you guys. It's my little thing. But even then, I haven't sometimes had the energy. I've taken videos, but I haven't had energy to edit them and upload them. Um, or the creative spark of doing a cooking video, or the energy that's taken into account to videotape it while I'm doing something is another one that's been um, a hankering, like been a problem, because it has not been. I just haven't had the energy. I'm just tired sometimes. I'm not tired enough to sleep, so I'm not getting the sleep I was before COVID-19. Not that I slept really well beforehand, but when I do fall asleep, I sleep for a bit, then I'm up for a bit, and I sleep for a bit. It's like I have a newborn or something like that. And then during the day, sometimes I just need more coffee. Doing video. And that. Okay, have Peter. Oh, oh, here's Peter. Oh, oh, big B. Yes. So he's just purring away. He loves being held like a baby, right? Mm. He's a big boy. He's like 12 pounds. This is Peter Cat. He's been with us now for a year. He's enjoying his stay here. Princess is fine when he's asleep. She's not 100% happy with him. But he's just holding on like a baby and purring. You heard Brown Woman. So just thought I would do this video update to see how things are doing with you guys and share life with me. There we go. And next week, we only have one virtual appointment. This week, we only have one virtual appointment. So that's all the things that are happening here. It's all about doing, meals and laundry and dishes and cleaning up the yard. I ran out of leaf bags. That was one of the things from Costco. I asked them to pick up because I have no more leaf bags. I only had one bag out there of leaves that I have to clean up the yard. So I think the rest of this week and next week will be yard cleanup, getting that all ready for spring and planting. So I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching and stay safe, stay home, stay safe. Lots of love from Kanata, Ontario, Canada. Oh, there goes Peter. Ah! So, have a great day, friends. Enjoy the sunshine. Go out, get some fresh air.